Hi, and welcome to the lesson on song and music construction. Basically, this pattern right here that you see is how music is constructed and songs in general. Now, they don't. This is just a pattern or like a schematic or plan on the chords that you can use to make a song. A couple of things to keep in mind. This is very useful if you ever want to decide to figure out a song, you ever want to write a song, or know how a song is constructed so you have more knowledge about music and to do other things musically. Once again, I'm not going to review too much about this because I have previous tutorials that you should have been watching and learning and getting a stronger grasp or concept on this topic. But just a quick review. Okay, here is the key. This is the key of C. Okay, and you have the notes there. That's the key of C, and then you have your notes here for the key. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. It follows an alphabetical format. When you get to G, you always repeat the A because that's the way it is, and then you continue the alphabetical system. Okay, and then for the that key of C, you have 8 notes and 8 chords. You start with a C, you're going to end with a C. Okay. In between here, you're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and what's the 8th one, but we always call it the 1, or it comes back to the 1. And now, these chords all represent the chords that you would actually make. So, all the big chords are your major chords. C major, 4th chord is F major, 5-7, I wrote it down here, 5-7 chord. All your small chords are minor chords, D minor, E minor, A minor. That's a diminished. By the way, don't worry about that too much. And coming back to the C. Okay, so this pattern can be repeated in any key. Okay, so I would say the goal for now is to memorize this key of C and this pattern and all the chords that go with it. Okay, so first thing you want to do is that you want to be able to recognize your 1 chord, you want to recognize your 4th chord, and your 5-7. You want to know where they are and what chords they are in the key. So we're talking about the key of C. So in the key of C, I want to know my 1, which is C. I want to know my 4, which is my F. And I want to know my 5-7, which is the G7. I want to know where it is, how to make it, because those are the strongest chords. Okay. The next chords that I'm going to probably hear, maybe not as much, but I may hear them, are my minor chords, the small Roman numerals minor chords, which are D minor, E minor, and A minor. Okay. So when you're figuring out a song, first thing you're looking for is the 1, 4, and 5-7. Then you might, if you hear more chords, it might be one of the minor chords. Make a notation on this if you want to, but after your 1, 4, 5, which are your strongest chords, okay, to hear and feel, 1, 4, 5, your next strong chord, not as strong, but the next strongest chord, it would be the minor 6. Your 6 minor would be in the next chord that you hear, and then later on it would be the 2, and then the 3, in that order. Okay. So now, this is kind of like a scale. Okay. So if you were to play these notes on a piano, it'd just be a scale. Dun 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 dun. So basically that's a scale, and these are the chords that go with that scale. So if I play the chords, it'll be D, D minor, E minor, F, G7, A minor, B diminished, C. Okay, coming back down, C, D diminished, A minor, G7, F, E minor, D minor, and C. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to show you is that these chords go with the scale. So these chords fit in this key. That means in the key of C, you can play any one of these chords and they will fit. Okay? Well, once again, don't worry too much about the B diminished, but if you really got to know what chord that is, it's located on your chord chart under B. Just scroll across to B diminished, and it's on your chord chart. Hopefully you got your chord chart on the front or back of or front and back of your music book. Okay, but that shows the chord chart shows you how to make B diminished. So once again, when you find a key, or if you chose a key, if you have a key, and right now we're talking about the key of C, all these chords fit in the key of C. So if you're figuring out a song, you might want to start with the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5/7 chord. Okay? Okay, I'm trying to figure out a song. Here's my 4, 5/7. Okay, now I'm starting to hear maybe another chord. Maybe it's a minor. Okay, it's an A minor. This is an A minor. See how it still fits in the key of C? Well, maybe here's a D minor. And then, oh, we're coming back to a major chord. And then I hear a 5/7. Back to a C. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is this. All these chords fit in the key of C. So if the song that you're trying to figure out, or even write, if you're writing your own music, if the song is in the key of C, all these chords will work. So you can choose from all these chords, okay, to try to figure out the song. So this is something that you want to memorize if possible. Okay, if you can't memorize it, at least be able to figure it out. And I gave you a lot of clues, a lot of techniques on how to figure it out and how to get to this point in the previous videos. Once again, if this is unclear, if you're still having a hard time with this, you need to go back to the previous videos and relearn them or re-listen to them and try to understand the concept that it's trying to get across. If need be, just go back to the first tutorial where it just talks about introducing this whole section and slowly go through it. Go at a pace where you're comfortable and that you're really grasping the information and the concept. Okay, just ending it off. You can do this for any key. That means any key that you choose to play in follows the same concept. In fact, if you look on page 3 in the music code for transposing, if you look in that section on page 3, you're going to see several examples of this. So right here you have the key of C, okay, key of C, which is right here, what we just talked about. Okay, then I gave you 2 more examples, the key of F here and the key of G. Okay, so now you have access to 3 keys, and I would say these are maybe the 3 of the easier keys. So maybe make it a goal to like try to memorize these 3 keys, so you're able to, you know, maneuver around in the key successfully. In other words, you know what keys you're playing in, know how to play all the chords that's in there, and know how they interact with each other. Okay, so I think this is very important to understand. It just provides you with a lot more opportunities to, like I said, figure music out, write music, understand music, know how music works, and even communicating with other musicians if you choose to go that route. Okay, so I hope that gave you a stronger understanding on theory. And what's coming up next is that we're going to talk about how to write music using this concept. So when you're ready, we'll see you there.